Welcome to Bookstr News. I'm your host Gracie, and this is where we talk about all things bookish. First, we need to talk about what's going on at Vermont State University. Late last Tuesday, on February 7th, VSU sent an email to the student body that announced its libraries were being converted into a, get this, purely digital library. Immediately, this decision was met with student backlash, many publicly protesting at a forum in the campus theater last Friday. Students just don't understand why they can't have both a physical and a digital library. Some even claim that the library is the heart of the university's community. In response to this, VSU administrators regret the way they handled the announcement. However, they're not reversing course. The university is in the process of merging 3 other Vermont colleges under the same name, so the library space has plans to be repurposed for a new, larger school. VSU administrators also emphasize that their priority is to still give students the materials they need to succeed. That includes paper books for students with accessibility needs. Regardless, students still express their discomfort over electronic books. And personally, as someone who enjoys the occasional physical book, I can understand their position.
We have a library for a purpose. We have a lot of books here that most kids and most of my friends prefer to read.
For our next story, you might know that we've been covering the book banning going on in Florida, but this time we've got a book removal going on in New Jersey. Toni Morrison's The Bluest has been removed from high school curriculums due to a parent complaining that the book was too sexual for their freshman student. The story is centered around a young black girl struggling with her racial identity, and there's a portion that describes her being raped. The school board removed the book from curriculum, but it didn't remove it from the library. So it's not exactly a ban, but the decision was still met with controversy. Many students are against the book removal from curriculum, saying that sexual assault happens and students should learn about it. Other students suggest that the high school curriculum just get rearranged to support an 11th or 12th grade instead. Regardless, the book is still available in the library should students choose to read it. I hope you didn't think we escaped Florida book bans, because we have yet another disappointing update for you. While many books are being banned daily, this particular choice is gaining massive attention. Written by Jonah Winter and Raul Colon,
Roberto Clemente,
Pride of the Pittsburgh Pirates, was removed from Florida libraries due to its, quote, references to racism and discrimination. Which is insane! For those of you who aren't Major League Baseball fans,
Roberto Clemente
was an MLB legend and an amazing person. During the 50s and 60s, he served 18 seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates, helping them win 2 World Series within his time. As a black Latino from Puerto Rico,
Clemente
was advocating for social change in his free time, at one point even speaking alongside Martin Luther King Jr. In 1972, he met an early death when his plane crashed on the way to deliver supplies to earthquake victims in Nicaragua. Since then, the MLB has been giving out 1
Roberto Clemente
award per year to the player who best exemplifies the game of baseball, sportsmanship, community involvement, and his individual's contribution to the team. So, again, banning a book about his life because mentions of racism is insane. Roberto's son, aka
Roberto Clemente
Jr., responded to the ban saying, "His story is his story. He went through racism. It's something that cannot be changed." And we here at Bookstr agree. Finally, to end things on a more positive note, thanks to a viral TikTok, an author has become an Amazon bestseller. It all started when Lloyd Richards, full-time attorney and father, spent 14 years trying to make his author dreams come true. Unfortunately, when his thriller novel Stone Maidens was published 11 years ago, it didn't really take off. Only recently did his daughter make this TikTok saying she'd love for him to get some sales.
The monster's gone, he's on the run, and your daddy's here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
And BookTok worked its magic. Within hours, the video began gaining traction, and with it, sales started flooding in. Richard's novel hit #1 on Amazon, and he's now in the process of writing a sequel. That's all we have for this week's news. What do you think about this week's episode? We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. As always, I'm your host Gracie, and this is Bookstr News. If you want to hear more from us, be sure and check out our website, and we'll see you next week.